Does your iPod collection just scream songs of the 70s? Are you singing to yourself the songs of James Taylor, Neil Young, and Jackson Brown?
Well, if you are, then the Rain and Fire concert going down at the Gaslight Theater is the place to be. Joining us this morning is Chris, John, and Larry. Gentlemen, always such a pleasure to have you. Welcome back to the Morning Blend.
Thank you.
You guys have been busy since the last time you've been here. Tell us what you've been up to.
Well, we've been promoting our shows, like, the Fire and Rain show. Did a great job in the first show. We sold it out, and we're looking forward to selling this one out as well.
And tell us about the show. What are people going to see?
Have John talk to you about it.
Yeah, please.
Well, it's the concept of the show is we just do a big mix of music from the 70s. We're covering about 6 different artists. It's a 6-piece band. We've got Richie Cavanaugh, Chris, Larry. 3 of the guys aren't here today, but we're doing Jackson Brown, James Taylor, Paul Simon, some Dan Fogelberg.
Wow.
Who else am I leaving out? Crosby, Stills and Nash, Neil Young. So it's a 2-hour concert. It's on Monday night, 7 o'clock at the Gaslight Theater. And we did the show in the spring, and it was a lot of fun. We're all super busy with other projects, so this particular project, we've done a few gigs together, but we're looking forward to it.
Go ahead.
And have you noticed that for every show that you do, are there specific songs that night in particular people go crazy for, or maybe the next night it's like a completely different song?
Well, the Eagles. We did a couple Eagles songs in the first show, and so it's for some reason people just love the Eagles, and I like that band too. I mean, I grew up with a lot of this music. I was, I was raised in Ohio and in the Midwest, and I remember in my basement listening to Hotel California or the Eagles' greatest hits, and so we've added a few Eagles songs for this show on Monday. It's a lot of these songs were on the radio, and people, they may not recognize the name, but as soon as they hear it, they go, oh yeah, and that's how I always felt about Jackson Brown. I mean, he was an amazing songwriter, an amazing artist, so the music's a lot of fun to play.
You talk about playing that music because it may all be from the 70s, but you can't compare them apples to apples. Talk about being able to play a variety of different sounds.
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
Talk about playing different sounds, different bands. It's not all the same. You're mixing up the sounds.
You're switching genres between the 6 artists.
Sure. Well, there's an interesting concept there with as far as East Coast versus West Coast. Jackson Brown, you've got Jackson Brown, Linda Ronstadt. There was these artists that were playing on the West Coast. James Taylor, it's very different. It's some of this stuff is acoustic, where there weren't drums on it. Maybe there was a small band. Some of it's electric. So it's a good mix of music.
And do you do any modifications to the song to kind of make it your own, or is it just straight how it was sung?
No, we rearrange things
to
fit the instrumentation that we have. Sometimes you'll hear a song and it's an 8-piece band and you're playing in a quartet, so you got to make adjustments.
And so when you guys are out, talk about being able to, especially for the fans, relate to the songs. Again, the songs they grew up on.
I think the last time we did this show and other shows that I've done, I think the more recognizable songs are, it certainly helps.
Right.
I mean, to me, a great song is a great song. I mean, if you're talking about, for instance, Fire and Rain, I mean, that was a hit. It got a lot of airplay, but there's a story behind that song.
Very sad song.
It is a very sad song, and and I don't know if you know what that song's about, but it's interesting to me that those songs hold their weight. You play that song today, even though it's 40 years old, it's still amazing. And you can play that song on piano and have a guy sing, and it's still a beautiful song. It doesn't need a band. That's to me, even as a drummer, I've always liked melodic songs that are recognizable, that hold their weight on their own. It's not so much about all the fluff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we are excited to hear you play. What song are you going to play for us right now?
We're going to do a song by Paul Simon called Kodachrome.
All right. And there are still tickets to see these guys available at the Gaslight Theater. And that's online at gaslighttheater.com. And
now here's a performance from Fire and Rain.
2, 3, 4.
took all